Hi everyone, this is Elena and welcome. Today I have a card using honeybee stamps and MISTI. This is part of a block hop collaboration between honeybee stamps and my sweet petunia. So I'm using two stamp sets from honeybee stamps. It's the Zen Bouquet and Kindness. But first I'm using some Bristol vellum paper and a few of the Distress Oxides ink to create my background. So I'm just blending them. I'm doing kind of rainbow, in rainbow order. I'm starting with yellow, which is fossilized amber. And then I'm going with cracked pistachio. And again, I'm going with the fossilized amber to blend those edges there. So I'll be repeating the same process for each color that I'll be using. So next I'm going with broken china, and I think this is my favorite color from the new Distress Oxides. So I just blended that one in, and then I'm going with I think it was wilted violet. So I'm just applying that one, and then blending it with the broken china on the bottom, on the bottom edge of the wilted violet. And next I'm going with worn lipstick for the last part of my background. And again blending in it with the wilted violet. So I think that I'm pretty satisfied with my background, how it looks right now. I think this is my favorite technique as well with the Distress Oxides. So I have that background. Next I'm just making some space, and I'm be using the MISTI Creative Corners along in with my original MISTI. I wasn't able to find mine that were in open pack, so I have backups that were brand new. So just position that one in my MISTI because I wanted to stamp off the edge this large stamp, the Zen Bouquet. So then I realized I need two of those stacked together. So I'm just trying to position that stamp there, and next I'll secure my cardstock with the magnets and remove the corners so the corners don't interfere with the stamp. But then if I need to go back, I can put those back in and put the cardstock right there, so I know where it's that kind of additional offset corner in my MISTI that I created with the corners. Next I'm kind of conditioning my stamp with the Versamark ink and wiping it. That's a wet towel. I'm using wipes. And next I'm spraying and again kind of wiping some of the extra water because I didn't want to be very watery. Next I'm just heat setting that. You see that this is not the full image, it's just like partial. That was my intent. Next I'm sliding it on the other side of the MISTI and repeating the same process and stamping on the bottom, and then I'll heat set it and it will kind of give sort of a texture that you can partially see that it's part of a stamp, like kind of flowery, but it's not a full image, so it just gives a little bit extra kind of effect and texture. Next I'm using the kindness stamp set. I'm gonna build the kindness word, but before I do that, I'm gonna trim my background to 4 by 5 1/4. So my piece to start with, it was 4.5 by 5.5. So next I'm positioning where I want that kindness to go. So pick it up with the lid of the MISTI and then just do a trial stamp to see if that kind of lines up correctly. So next I'll put that back in my MISTI. I'm going with Hero Art Unicorn Pigment ink and stamping that kindness sentiment. Next I'll heat set it because I want my second layer, when I do the shadow stamping, to be embossed with clear embossing powder. So I wanted to heat set that white shadow stamp. So now that I kind of made a mistake that I didn't put the corner and I didn't offset the first, like the base, the kind of shadow stamp. So I put that corner in, and I'm positioning again the kindness. I'm positioned on top of Melody stamped, so that way it will be exactly same place. So next I moved that, the corner wasn't exactly in the corner, so I kind of moved it a little bit, and now I kind of offset that corner a little bit to move my cardstock. I'm trying to find what would look the best here. So I think I was satisfied with that amount of offset, and I'm going with VersaFine Onyx Black to stamp over it, and you can see that white kind of edge underneath that creates that shadow. So I stamped twice, and next I'll be using some clear embossing powder. This is ultra fine clear embossing powder from Hero Arts. I'm gonna apply all over the sentiment. That's why it's very important that you dry your background completely, so the embossing powder doesn't stick to it, because the Distress Oxides are a blend of pigment and dye ink. Next I am positioning the smaller stamps to complete the sentiment. It says a little bit of kindness goes a long way. And I'm using the grid transparency. I downloaded it from the My Sweet Petunia website, and then I just printed it on some transparency. So again, I'm stamping with VersaFine, and I'll repeat it a couple times to get nice and kind of intense black sentiments. And I'll do the same here as for the kindness sentiment. I'll emboss with clear embossing powder, and then heat set it to melt the embossing powder. Next I'm using some black fan foam and black card base. It's 5.5 by 8.5 scored in half. So I'll just use some fast fuse or Tombow extreme adhesive to adhere those together. And next I'll just add some embellishments from Honeybee Stamps. So make sure that you check my blog to see the details for the giveaway as well. I have another card with the similar technique. Well, with the same technique, just thank you card. So if you want to see that one, it was shown in the beginning of the video. So here's the final card. Thanks for watching, and see you soon in another video. Bye!